Bowen, the merchant, had been arrested, and I assume you're taking him back to town?
Yes.
All right. So you said that your bedroom will Uvara, you get to remove a condition when you travel on it?
Yes. When me and my companions travel via my mount, we all clear a condition.
Excellent. So if anyone has any conditions marked, you can get rid of one.
I I needed a little bit of a further explanation about the going over the limit
Oh
of
yes,
my
going over your.
balance.
Okay, so you have your you have where your current balance is at, which is what usually shifts back and forth. One second. Sorry about that. So there's your balance, which is where it's currently at, that it moves back. And then you have your center, which is kind of the default position for where your balance is. So if it's something says move away from center, you move away from that point. And if you ever have to reset your balance back to center, it goes to wherever your center is marked at, which usually starts at 0. When your balance shifts all the way off one side of the track, you move your center one step towards that side, towards that principle, and then you reset back to your new center. So your current center and balance would be at +1. I forget which
Plus
principle
one
it was.
roll, minus one freedom.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And so then if you ever have to like go back to center, you'll go back to the +1 roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Does anyone want to do anything on the way back to Chonin?
Can't really think of anything.
Okay. Well, you have arrived back in Shonan without further incident. Where are you taking Bowen?
I think we should take him to like the village chief and like explain what he did and what's happened, and then like she'll probably or they'll probably like send word to a nearby village to come send somebody to come get him and actually jail him.
Yeah, definitely run him past the leader because that was who we talked to before. Just a heads up, you are currently a fairy still.
Uh
All right, so you bring Bowen to Willow. She was at the shrine patching up some of the statues that had been damaged still, and he comes out, sees Bowen and the restraints that you put on him. And she looks over at you and she goes, What's all this? What happened? You all look a little worse for wear. Did something happen?"
Yeah, Bowen here decided to sell the sell the peacock monkey statue to the Dao Fei in some vain, misguided attempt to garner the village some money.
Oh,
His
well,
heart is in the right place, but the methods he went about it was completely wrong.
Willow nods. Oh, well, I'm glad that you were able to get to the bottom of that matter. And what happened to you all? You all look as though you've had a bit of a scrape.
I tried to catch the other guy.
There was an attempt at capturing the lieutenant of the Dao Fei, very arrogant firebender, but his arrogance and showmanship definitely didn't help him against an ambush. But he was able to escape in the commotion. He lit the surrounding, like the nearby bamboo forest, on fire, but we were able to put it out using a sandstorm. But in the chaos, he ran off.
Oh, well, what are your plans now?
Well, we've got a Bolin here. He's still got some information. We haven't really didn't have time to fully question him there, but see what he may know about, if he knows where they might have been camping out nearby. If not, I only know of the few stronghold areas around here and not too many safe houses from what I can remember, but I was never really high up in the ranks to need a getaway.
Willow nods and looks over at Bowen. Well, do you know where they've taken the statue, Bowen? Like, what was their what was their plan after attacking the village? And Bowen looks down at the ground and looks up at all of you again and just, I can tell you what I know, but please let me give me a chance to make it up to you all for what I did. I can help rebuild the village. I have my own wealth that I can put towards the reconstructions. Please um let me show that I can do something better for this village than what I've done.
I'm gonna get up in his face and I'm gonna be like, look, buddy, do you see how I look right now? I ain't about to chance having to go through all that again because you ran off. I don't think you gotta convince us. I think you gotta convince the nice villagers here whose statue you took. Who you might have fucked them all over really hard there. The badger
Well,
mole the badger mole may have calmed me, but I'm still a little heated at this guy.
Willow looks skeptical of what Bowen has said, and Bowen turns to you, Ponga, looking fairly contrite, and just kind of shuffles over on his knees with his hands still bound, and falls at your feet. Please, tell her to give me a chance to make things right here. You know I can do better than this, don't you? And Ponga, Bowen is calling on you to live up to your principle of forgiveness. So you can either go along with what he wants, or you can try to resist it.
Well, I don't know. I have to ask my teammates here.
Well, what do the others? What do excuse me? What do you all think? As Ponga turns to look at you all for advice.
Is this a situation where we can use my straight shooter? When you tell an NPC the blunt, honest truth about what you really think of them and their plans, roll with focus. On a hit, they'll look upon your honesty favorably. They'll answer a non-compromising question honestly and grant you a simple favor. On a 7 to 9, they also give you an honest assessment of how they see you.
You know what? Yeah, I think that would work.
Mark a condition. On a miss, you're a bit too honest. They're either furious or genuinely hurt.
Yeah, so what do you oh wow, good roll. What do you genuinely think of Bowen?
Look, man, this whole way you're acting, your plan, the way you sold your people out, dude, this is pathetic. Like, it's honestly, I pity everything you've done so much. Like, but you have to look at it from my shoes. I got my ass kicked kicking that other guy's ass to get you in line. So are you really gonna like step in line now, or should I follow my gut and believe that you're gonna do the same shit again later?
Bowen drops his head down and takes a deep sigh. It's like, okay. They talked about taking the statue to Ba Sing Se. Said something about having a market for it there. I don't know what route they're taking to get it there, or who they're taking it to in the capital, but that's everything that I know about what they were planning to do with it from here. He looks back up at Ponga, like, please, I've told you everything that I know. Please put in a good word for me. You know I can do better than this, don't you? So
Ponga like puts her hand on her chin and kind of rubs it, thinking, and then she like looks over to the village elder, like, Okay, how true is this man's word? Considering you know him better than us, we ever will. At least staying true to one's word.
Well, Willow looks down at him and just shakes her head. We've butted heads on so many topics in this village. I do not know if I can ever trust him again, or if I do actually expect him to follow through with his promise to help rebuild after the attack.
How about this, Bowen? You give us permission to look inside your house for anything that might help us in our investigation, and then after I might consider your word.
I'm going to say that you're trying to deny that call out to live up to your principles. So go ahead and roll with your forgiveness. That wherever you are on the forgiveness track, give that a roll.
Sorry, can you say that again, please? What I have to do?
On your bounce track for forgiveness, give that. Where are you at on? What number are you on there?
I think the last time I was -3.
To forgiveness?
Yeah, like the far end of forgiveness.
So you're more towards the other side, or?
Yeah,
are
more
you
towards action, but I'm.
You're more towards that, so you're at -3 forgiveness then. Okay, so roll with a minus 2d6 -3. So you're not currently listening to that principle very much, so you're not going to have a huge impact on that roll. Okay, rolling low on this one is good, because on a miss, you stand strong. You are not going to give in to Bowen pleading with you right now. You can clear a condition, you can clear a fatigue, or you can shift your balance in any direction, your choice.
I have a question. For fatigue can be reset at the end of a day, right?
When you rest, you get fatigue. You can clear fatigue.
And around what time is it?
And it's a little after sunset.
I'm gonna shift my balance then.
Okay, you're gonna shift your balance.
Yes.
Which direction are you shifting?
Back more towards the center.
Okay. Well, Bowen slumps on the ground and just gives another deep sigh. Oh, all right, you can look through my home. I have no secrets left anymore. All I can do is hope that my actions now will persuade you that I can take a different path in life. He kind of flops on the ground and just sits with his head down in his hands as he waits for you all to decide what to do with him.
Do you have a room we can keep him in, or a place that we could hold him for the time being until we get back from checking out his house?
Willow nods. Yeah, we can put him somewhere secure enough. Although I don't think he's in the mood to try and tempt us any further, but we'll put him somewhere secure.
I'll let him up, and I'll like stand him up and walk him over to the chief, and then I'll undo his like the earth shackles that I had created and
Mhm.
hand him over to her, just as a slight sign of like I'm giving this is one bit of like I'm me being the person, my character being who he is. He feels a little towards this person who's trying to now like do right after doing a wrong, and so he's gonna give him a slight kindness, and he's gonna let him out of the shackles and show at least like someone is listening. But I'm also going to look at him like, don't make me regret it.
Bowen nods and just sits um, sits back down by the elder. And Willow, let's see, Johannes, would you mind checking out his home? He did say that they were planning to take the statue to Ba Sing Se, but if there's anything else that you can learn about what might be going on, that would be really beneficial.
All right.
Which direction is his house?
It's the largest home in the village, towards the markets.
It was pointed out to us last time by another merchant.
Yes.
Oh, and Bowen, don't forget, you promised that you would share your wealth with the village here. She says that loud and clear in front of the village elder and anyone else nearby.
Bowen nods. Yes, I will do what I can to help rebuild the village. It's the least I can do after putting everyone in this much danger.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Those who help themselves will help others. Or the other way around. I'm still learning.
Assuming you're all heading over to Bowen's house?
Unless you
Yes.
guys want me to keep guard.
I mean, yeah, if you want, I honestly think that your character might not trust him enough that you might just stay behind.
Yeah, but I might be sneaky about it. So I'm going to like go out the door and then I'm going to wait for him to like try and run off or something.
If anything, like after we leave, if anything happens, take your sword and I'll like jam it in, like I'll show you a pattern, like essentially Morse code. And if something happens, tap on the ground that code and Lomi will find me.
Okie dokie.
All right, so the two of you have arrived at Bowen's home. Not a very long walk. Where would you like to search first?
Me using my like outlaw knowledge and also my other background is privileged. I'm going to look for where I would think he would put documents, like if any proof of purchase. Like I know how the Dauphin works. They're not gonna like put like things in paperwork, but they do give like symbols, and the symbols are usually correlating to like the this is the red ribbon Dauphin, so it would be like more than likely literally a red ribbon is the symbol for it. But if I can find some of that, and just the more I can find that like locks in this group, the more I it would probably make sense to my character that, oh, they're probably going to go to one of these safe houses in between here and Bossing, say.
All right, you are fairly certain that you would find anything like that being stored in Bowen's study. Probably locked up in like a desk or something, but you have an idea where to start looking for that.
Bowen's house. Is there any other buildings that are in the house that are like separate? I'm like if there's like a storage shed or like a separate building like containing, I don't know, anything else. Don't know what to call them in, yeah.
It's a like a shed out back.
Yeah, like there's like a shed, and outside note, and some like Eastern cultures, they would have like a separate building for like how for like food or like having guests stay at.
Yeah, there's a separate one if you want to check that as well.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, Uvaro, you searching through the study, you find a desk that has like a what you're pretty sure is a compartment hidden in it somewhere. You're not quite sure how to open it yet because you haven't found any mechanism for that. But you do notice that the size of the drawers on the outside doesn't match up with the size of the drawers on the inside. So you're fairly certain there's a secret compartment somewhere in this desk.
Can I figure out how to open it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll with focus.
Okay. Yeah, I've got +2 to focus.
Yeah, you poke around the desk for a bit. You do find the mechanism that is able to open up a side panel on the desk.
After getting it open, I'll search inside for any. Like I will look at like any paperwork that's in there, not just specifically looking for like the the like any sort of Dauphin stuff, but like also to see if like he was up to anything else.
Well, you don't see anything else that really stands out. There's a lot of uh, business correspondence. Looks like he was kind of generally shady. He was really kind of taking some deals that were really unfavorable to his business partners and just kind of like raking them all over the coals. But nothing that was outright illegal, other than some letters that you find from the Dauphin that are talking about finding a buyer for this statue. They approach him trying to offer payment to get it. You don't have any of his letters back to the Dauphin, obviously, but you get the sense that he was saying he had tried, but Willow wouldn't budge, and so then they came up with the plan to attack the village and take it in the raid, and offered to pay him for that. There's no mention of who the buyer that they were talking about is, but they do mention taking it to Ba Sing Se.
Look at the upcharge on cabbage in this village. That's the real crime here.
Lots of that going on. Ponga,
Oh.
you looking through the outbuilding in the back of the house, you do find a loose stone in the floor. It's as you're walking over it wobbles a bit, and it kind of makes a hollow noise.
She lifts it up with her airbending. And then is it dark in there?
No, it's not dark. It's just there's a small hole in the ground, a few feet wide, a few feet deep. Once you get the stone off, it starts glinting in the torchlight that you have, and there is a few sacks of gold coins buried in the ground. Looks like Bowen had been stashing some of his money out in the outbuildings to probably keep it safe and just keep people from knowing how much he had at any one time.
Is there any like slips of paper nearby that shows like what do you call it when you're like keeping track of money that goes in and out?
Like a ledger?
Yeah, like a ledger.
There isn't one out here, but you might be able to find one in the main home.
Alright, she picks up the gold coins. I'm assuming they're in a bag or something.
Yeah, they're in a bag.
Right. And that was it, just the coins?
Yeah.
Alright, she brings it back to her fellow teammate. They're like, "Hey, I found this underneath the it was a floorboard."
Like a stone in the ground, yeah.
I found this gold underneath a stone in the floorboard. If there's like a ledger somewhere that matches the amount of gold that's in here, we could probably figure out if it was from the Dauphin.
Well, Alvaro, looking at the letters that you got, one of them does mention a good faith payment made to get kind of sway Bowen over to the plan, with the promise of more payment after the statue was in their possession.
All right. Do I need like sorry, so am I gonna have to go with back with Ponga to like the little money storage area and get the money, or it's like, did Ponga bring
No,
the?
Ponga brought it.
Okay. Okay. So yes, we did kind of stop them in the middle of his full payment. Well, it didn't seem like he was going to get a full payment, but they did say something about a good faith payment. You know, like pay a little bit now and the rest when we get the statue type deal.
Would it be too much for us to possibly use this money to get into Ba Sing Se? I don't know how people get in and out or if there's a way we can get in and out easily without too much trouble.
Well, this is out of character, but given the time period, I'm not like I know that in the later, like in the Avatar series proper, it was like because of the government, there was like you couldn't just enter Ba Sing Se really unless you were like an Earth Kingdom citizen. So I don't know if it's still pretty much kind of the same way.
No, that was mostly due to the war that was going on. Right now it's peaceful enough that you can enter and stuff with like not a huge amount of difficulty. Having some money around never hurts, but take the money or not, you should still be able to get into the city.
Is there such a thing as like a merchant token to get into the city?
Yes.
Yes, that would be a pretty easy way for us to get in. We would get a caravan token, but usually we would need to be bringing something of trade. I mean, I think the best what we should do is take this initial money, bring it to the village elder, not deposit, but think of bring up the idea to her about us possibly using the funds to like help fund a trip to Ba Sing Se. But I mean, I don't know if they'll need it. He had a lot more money, right?
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of money.
Okay, well, as long as it's not going to really make a damper on their repair efforts, I don't think it would be too much of an ask for us to take a loan, you could say, and use the money. But we're going to have to ask because I'm definitely not just going to steal stolen money. Or steal money from a stolen object. You never know how well the spirits would take too kindly to that. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gather any of the paperwork about the Dao Fei to bring to the elder, and then I will keep one of the like a marker that would have been on one of the letters from the Dao Fei, just as a way to track. I'm gonna give it to Lomi to smell.
Okay. Yeah, she should probably be able to track that.
You good with that, Ponga?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Okay. So you're heading back to the shrine?
Yes. Meet back up with Asuri and to delineate information, and then we're gonna have to head on out. We're probably gonna rest and then head on out, I should say.
Alright, well, you return to the shrine. Asori and Bowen are no longer there. Bowen has been, Willow gestures towards one of the sturdier stone buildings nearby that wasn't damaged too much in the attack. Says, Bowen was taken over to the cellar for safekeeping. Did you find anything? Uh, did you find anything in his home?
Yes. I'll pull out all the documents. He's been in contact with them for a little while now. He's was definitely trying. It didn't seem like he was up to anything more nefarious than just what he claimed to be doing, and it didn't seem like he had to. He didn't know that they were going to attack, but he did take a partial payment, and we've also learned that they are definitely on their way to Bossing Say, and we found the money that he used or he was given as a payment, and we were wondering if it would be all right if we use the funds from that sale as funding for a trip for the three of us to head to Bossing Say to try and intercept them.
Go ahead and roll to plead with an NPC. Roll with Harmony.
Can I aid that by chiming in right at the end with, we could plead a case for some aid to the village with everything that's happening with the spirits too?
Yes.
Okay. So does that just add like what does that do?
It gives you a +1 to your roll.
Okay. So that puts me at +2.
All right. Well, Willow nods. Says, yes, that does seem like a fair exchange. He used the ill-gotten funds that were paid to steal the statue to go get it back. That should be more than enough to get you to Bossing Say safely.
And also on the topic of that, do you think we could commandeer Boland's market pass, or his travel pass for market access to Bossing Say? It would be the easiest way for us to get in, at least at first.
That does seem like a good plan. Yes, it would make it smooth over your entry into the city and give you maybe a legitimate reason to be there to keep people's suspicions from being aroused.
Yes. Ugh. All right. Well, is I'm assuming since we were here previously, do we have lodgings already, or are we going to need to ask to stay the night? Can I sleep over?
Oh no, oh no, we'll get you somewhere to stay that'll keep you rested up for your journey. Uh, so if anyone doesn't have anything else to do before you head to bed, once you all rest for the night, you will recover 4 fatigue each.
Before we go to sleep for the night, I'm going to try and hunt down Hannah.
Okay.
Am I able to locate her easy enough?
Yeah, you're able to track her down. She stands out pretty well with that sword on her back.
I'm gonna give her the
All right,
swordsman to swordsman head nod, and I'm gonna start informing her of what happened. So we caught Bowen trying to get the money from selling the statue to the Dauphin, and we're going to go and try and get the statue back. I need somebody that I know we can trust to keep eyes on him while we're gone. So I figured I'd fill you in on everything.
she nods off. Thank you. I knew that Bowen was up to no good. Dirty rat. Can't believe he agreed to attack the village. He grew up here just like the rest of us did.
Yeah, he says he wants to share his wealth and help rebuild now, but maybe keep him in line for us. Hold my arm out in that badass swordsman-y way, like, so that we can, like, grasp hands and shake.
Yeah, she does the predator handshake, clasps your wrist, and shakes your hand. Thank you. I do hope we meet again someday, Asori, and possibly under better circumstances.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing the village in full beauty when we get back with your statue. Give her a nod, and then I'll head off to bed for the night. Probably outside of Bowen's window with my fox.
Well, you all get to recover 4 fatigue for resting for the night. Sorry, one moment. I think with that, we take like a 10-minute break real quick, and I will be back. I'll see you all back at we'll say 30 minutes after the hour.
Sounds good.
Okay. See you all back then.
I had to have my cool sword girls moment.
Understandable.
That was pretty cool.
I feel like my character is like I've got that like feral dog mentality that I just kind of like do my thing, but like I'm also like, yeah, I'm part of the group. I'm part of the pack. What's up? She obviously don't take no bullshit, so. I got so excited when I saw soy sauce ramen at the store today. I haven't seen it in like 2 years, so I had to buy as much as I could.
Nice.
I bet you what happened is somebody like stole all of them before, and then like inventory got done, so they ordered more.
At work today, when I was on my lunch, Nico came up and we did a little bit of shopping, and we were looking around, and in the soup aisle, we found that Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup is currently doing a Pokemon collaboration, and there are like you can get Pikachu and then the original 3 starters on the cans of Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup, as
Yeah.
well as there are
Mew and
rare
Eevee.
ones. It's Jigglypuff.
Oh, we have a Mew and an Eevee one.
Oh, I got Mewtwo and Jigglypuff.
I haven't seen the Mewtwo one. I think I seen the Jigglypuff. We also saw that there's Hershey's bars with that are like
Nice.
the same way. Yeah, but like they didn't have any of the ones that we liked in the Hershey's bars, so we were like, well, fuck you. I guess somebody already got the good ones. I bet you that people come through and they like buy up like the Charmander ones and shit because they know those are the ones that are going to be popular.
We literally bought we got one of each of the starters. We got Pikachu, a Mewtwo, and a Jigglypuff. We got 6 cans of soup.
Yeah, I have a small horde of Eevee things beginning to grow because everybody knows I like Eevee. So I can't complain about it, you know. I'm kind of like off and on with Pokemon these days because of everything, but like I'll always love Eevee. So
Speaking of Eevee, I'm about to send you a picture. I found this at the floor on the floor at work. It's like one of those rings that you get on top of a cupcake.
there's a new song that came out from the guy whose music I use for these. There it is. I was trying to find it. Let's see. It takes every bit of like concentration in my body not to change the channel that I'm on Discord on the computer while I'm streaming this. That's freaking adorable. I love when it like has that face, the like :3 face.
I saw it and was like, huh, this is fate. I need to get it.
Can you imagine being one of them motherfuckers that's like cleaning up underneath one of them the like aisle like shelves and then like finding one of them ancient ass packs? I saw some guy
Finding a legitimate bar of gold in the form of a Pokemon pack.
Yeah, like I'm like like that's holy shit moment. Cause like I saw a dude, I don't remember where he was, but like he just pulled up like the bottom shelf and like there was like 2 packs on the floor. And they were like covered in soda and dust and shit, but he like rinsed them off, let them dry, and then opened them, and they were legit packs of cards in very good condition. So I saw this thing today, and I gotta ask you, Alpha, if I can resub to 11 after the free trial period, because the day after the free trial or the free period ends, there is an event where they're handing out a level 1 ring that boosts like everything. Like so much stuff. Like one of the things is like skill, like you know how like when you do like an attack with a weapon, you like level up that skill. Like one of the things is it boosts your skill and stuff until you hit 700, so your skill gains happen faster. I was like, holy shit. I don't know if she's there still. Oh, she's got her head. She's deafened. I didn't even notice. Oh.
I was talking to that brick wall.
It's not too different from usual. It's okay. I still love her.
I can't wait for her to come back and just be like,
I'm gonna have to ask again later. Hopefully I remember. We actually found a house the other day that we had enough money we could put a down payment on.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, see, it can happen. And the more money we save up, the more of a chance for it to happen, so... Took her in, got her ID renewed today. We went grocery shopping. It's really fucked up that Walmart put the rollback sign on their Pepsi shit and it's more expensive. I was like, what the fuck do you mean rollback? I was in here a week ago and it was fucking 20 cents less. They don't expect my ass to remember. But I remember. I just watched an Arc Raiders clip where somebody dropped a comet down the shaft into Speranza. And And the highest rated comment on it is Shawnee's #1 op.
Rude.
Hey, I'm back. Although this headache has continued to like destroy me right now. The pain meds that I took earlier are not. Um, I just took some, and they have not yet kicked in. And my brain feels like Swiss cheese at the moment. Um, I hate calling it early, but can we pick up again next session from here?
Yeah. We.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that. If you're feeling that bad, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I apologize. I just currently want to dig my eyeball out with a rusty spoon. Um,
Oh, I've been there.
yeah, you know what the feeling is like, don't you? It's great. Um, well, I will see you all next time then. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for leaving a bit early this week, but
It happens.
we will pick up again next time and continue the journey to Bossing Say.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Um, I will see you. I will talk to you all soon. Then have a wonderful night.
Night.
Take care,
See you.
Vol. I hope you feel better soon.
Me too.
All right. Thanks to anybody who is watching, or if you're watching later on the VODs. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and have a good one until we see you next time.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.